All right, we're coming down to the other gate. We're in gate 3 now. I just left gate 5. We're in gate 3. And here's another group of people here. We got groups at every gate, just about, going up and down. So the numbers may look small at each gate. But you got to remember there's like 4 gates we're covering here. And this right here, as you can see, is gate 3. And we're going to go back to gate 4 and gate 5. Those are the 3 gates that we're covering. And
what's the next thing we got to do?
we're trying to cover. We're trying to cover each gate with at least a certain amount of people, and have enough people at each gate to make it reasonable numbers that are here. This is
been a while since I've seen you. Yeah. Dave, we're out of here, right? Where were you? Anyway, good.
hey, what are you doing?
So, you have anything to say about this whole thing, Henry?
The reason we're out here is trying to make people aware of what's going on. There's a lot of people thinking that we're out here for greed and for extra toys and things like that, which is not the case. It's basically just to make a living. We're dealing with CEO greed, and for the public that out there that thinks we might be coming here for greed, all they have to do is look at the CEO greed that's going on everywhere. You got the AIG, you got the banks, you got the automobile industry, all these CEOs. The greed is just blinding. And that's the same thing that's going on with this movie industry. You got people that are just trying to make a living, trying to get residuals of something that they actually live on. You have actors who do guest star roles, and they're only allowed to be on a show for one time in a year through that season. So if they work one time, they can't make a living that one day. So the residuals that they get from working on that show is part of the thing that keeps them alive. Not any extra things. That's it. And then part of the problem too with people, the reason we're here is we have the leaders in our union. We had Doug Allen and Alan Rosenberg, who were actually fighting for us, and they were made out to be difficult people. But when you're dealing with difficult people on the other side that don't want to negotiate with you, that are just, when they give you something and say that they're not going to talk anymore, it's the same thing they did with the writers. And they tell the writers, this is the deal, we're not going to negotiate. This is our offer, and we're not going to talk to you anymore. So the same thing with us. They're giving our Doug Allen, Alan Rosenberg were fighting them. They were fighting for the membership, and that's what we need to do, have somebody fighting for the membership. The problem is, most of the people in this country, unfortunately, when something goes wrong, they'll complain to their husband and their wife or their neighbor, but nobody gets out and does anything. Any other country you get out, anytime anything goes bad, you get the whole country comes out. If the government does something, if the business does something, these people let you know how they feel. And we have Doug Allen was doing that. Alan Rosenberg, they were trying to do something like that. The guy that we have in there, David White and John McGuire, they're not doing anything. They're not asking for a strike authorization. When Doug Allen and Alan Rosenberg were asking about that, they weren't saying we want to strike. They're saying this is the power we have. If you don't want to make a fair contract, then we have the right to vote. The right to strike for you. These guys that are in there now are doing absolutely nothing to fight for us. They are just laying down and letting these people dictate to us what our livelihood is going to be. And that's why we're out here. We're out here trying to make people aware of our plight.
By by saying, besides an actor, you also represent the stunt performers community right here.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I do.
And you've been in the business, how long?
40 years.
40 years.
Yes.
I remember you from car wash. One of the original car wash guys. Hey, man. Hey, so anyway, that was a good talk, man, and I'm with you all the way.
All right.
And this will be up on YouTube, you know, so that everybody else can find out what's really going on here, because a lot of them get secondhand talk, you know, and they don't really hear the right and the proper and the good information that they should be hearing.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you had to say what you had to say.
Good. Thank
All right,
you.
thanks a lot, Henry.
All right, thank you.
Henry. Anyway, that was Henry Kingley, actor, stunt performer. Been in the business for several decades, and I just wanted to point out that he, along with Scott Wilson, have been one of the originals that started this picket over 4 weeks ago.
That's all I want to talk about is that we've got to get together. We all have to make sure everybody understands this. When they run something on the internet, right now they're not making a lot of money. Anybody remember when they weren't making a lot of money in cable?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They're doing okay now, huh?
Oh yeah.
Are we doing okay in cable?
No.
No. Anybody remember DVD and VHS?
Never gonna make a penny.
Are we ever going to make our money from
John
that?
Sion.
No, we're not.
John
We're not
Sion.
even asking anymore. In this contract, we don't even ask. We ask for a 15% P&W contribution. That's all we asked for. And they said no to that. So, you know,
John
we're not
Sion.
going to get it unless we stand up for ourselves and demand it. And if we
This is
don't,
John
this
Sion
is
speaking
gonna
right
become a
here.
hobby.
For
It's
those
not
of you
gonna
that
be
might have seen his video,
It's not gonna be
Elephant in the
well,
Room,
hopefully, maybe not. Well,
This is
I'll
him.
put it to you this way.
Vote no.
You got a better shot at not having one if you can get them back to the table with the threat that they will have one. You can't walk in with nothing and expect anybody to get anything. We've got 28,000 hits on ours, I think, or maybe 23,000. He's got, I think, 2,000 and change. So the minute I engage him, now we're going back and forth. I will write him and tell him that his numbers are full, but if I actually make it a dueling video thing on the internet, I'm helping him. I don't want to help him. I want to help us.
Can you just do a follow-up?
There is another, yes, there's another elephant coming, and it's going to be specifically about this right now. The residuals, how they intend to take them away. I didn't want to make another one until after the negotiations to see if that was going to change. It's not going to change. They want, as you already heard here, they want to end residuals. They don't believe they should have to pay them anymore.
Remember, the title is The Elephant in the Room. So, John Saigon, C-Y-G-A-N, am I right?
Yep.
You're
not getting the vote.
You've
They're not going to get
given great service to the union by doing that, and I hope you'll come up with a response to David, what's his name?
Well, I didn't, you know, the reason I did.
this is Paul Napier.
Representing us in the negotiations for the commercials contract taking place in New York right now.
Oh, you mean the one they don't want to interfere with by sending out the contract?
No, that's the other one. We haven't reached that stage yet in this negotiation.
No, our contract.
Paul
Yes,
Napier.
the Screen Actors Guild jointly
good
negotiated
member.
with AFTRA the commercials contract.
Well, yeah.
Actor, veteran actor for decades, and
Yes.
for those of you that have ever been to the Site Conservatory, he volunteers his time as commercial teaching.
Tomorrow. The word of encouragement is that as one of the old guard, I see some of the same old faces from New York and the branches who are best described as going along to get along when it comes to the easy view on negotiations. The encouragement is that we have found what we have called the futurists. A lot of young AFTRANs and Screen Actors Guild members on the committee who realize what we realize here, and David and others have been pushing, that the future is in their hands. Otherwise, they're not going to make a living or make pension or make health and pension. So that's encouraging. The other note of encouragement is that, as Francis was pointing out earlier, we here have not enjoyed the majority of the board nationally. It's been made up forever. Folks, it's not a good time for us, but we can make it a better time thanks to your getting together with all of us. And incidentally, David Clement, who is as active as anybody, has just decided that he's going to run for the...
Yay, all right, Dave. Get him, boy. Get him, Dave.
Some of you may not look kindly upon after it.